Guys, it's Sarah with Grassroots Evolution Tarot, and I'm here today to bring you a monthly message. Well, not really a monthly message, just a message for love and soul connections for the sign of Aquarius. Take what you feel resonates, disregard the rest, go about your day, and know that no matter what messages come through, it's still up to you, your active free will, the choices you make, and the steps you take in this world to get whatever fulfillment it is you'd like to see. So for me, this is personal freedom, it's personal power, and my friends, it lies at the tips of your fingers and the soles of your feet. So use that power to do wisely. As well as I heard is remember that we do not have power over other people's free will, only our own. So this is who we need to be accountable for in this world. For all my subscribers, I love you from the bottom of my heart. Thank you for being here. And if you're new to my channel, welcome. Thanks for stopping by. If you feel like this resonates, you'd like to see more, please hit subscribe, smash the like button. I'd love to have you along this ride, and it helps you see more messages like this, and let me know as well that you guys would like to see more messages like this. So I'm going to take a moment just to call in spirit and ask Archangel Michael, Archangel Metatron, my team of light, and any of your spirit guides that would be here for the highest good for all of the collective joining us. I'm going to ask them to guide, guard, bless, and protect myself, this reading, and any of you who would ask for it, to use me as the clearest channel possible, delivering messages for the highest good of all of us. No second-rate messages here, my friends. So I'm going to start off with the Romance Angels Oracle, just to get a little bit of an overarching energy. So what I'm going to do is pull a stack of cards for you, a stack of cards for the lover soul connection, and then some shared energy in between. Now remember that this can be vice versa. You may feel like you actually resonate more with the other side or both sides, and it could feel like it's all for you. I also wanted to say what I heard is you could also be mirroring each other if you do feel like that, okay? So we have a few that have decided to come out. For your side, you have let your friends help you, ask for and accept help from others. As well as I have stay optimistic about your love life, positive thinking and faith will bring you romance. First off, what I heard is for some of you, it's important to be friends first. You want to be friends with the people that you are going to spend your life with your partners, because a really strong friendship is, I feel like, what's going to bring this together and help it kind of meld and integrate. So the thing is that when we're going through hard times, or if we're going through rough patches, we know that at the heart of this relationship, at the heart of this great love, there is a friendship that means the world to both people. This could also be like if things are going rough, or if you're having a rough time, that you're reaching out, you're spending time with friends. Now this may be that you want to discuss it with your friends, or this may be that you don't want to discuss it with your friends. It really depends on you, what you're comfortable with. I did just hear like a caution about, sharing too much of your personal life or your romantic life with your friends. Is sometimes our friends have really great advice. Sometimes they have really great insight. And other times, not so much. So you want to make sure that you are discerning with who you're taking advice from, especially in relationships. So if you have a friend, not a partner, but if you have a friend who you know is always in turmoil, there's always drama, they're always in and out of relationships, and you are asking them for advice on something that's long-standing or committed, they may not actually have a very good answer because it's not something that they're really versed in. On the flip side of this, though, sometimes we have really great insight, it's just we don't follow our own insight. So take and heed the advice where you feel appropriate, where necessary. But I think it's also just important with this let your friends help that we can't only rely on our partners for our social group. Friends are really important. Our friend groups can bring a lot of light, a lot of joy to our world. And I think that in this is what it's asking for. Stay optimistic. Keep your thinking positive. Have faith in your relationship. And dare to venture out. What I also heard is it may be important for you guys to make couple friends, or you may actually have similar friends or like-minded friends to that of your partner, okay? Or you may share some friends. So let's see here, Spirit, for the soul connection of Aquarius. Can you tell me the energy? Thank you. So the bottom of the deck they want me to show you is romantic feelings. Your feelings are real and worth exploring. A whole lot of stuff has come out for the soul connection. So we have you deserve love. You are lovable. Soulmate. Yes, this is your soulmate. With release your ex, the time has come to clear your energy. So right away, I do feel like this person that's your soul connection, they're either going through something and it's nothing to do with this relationship, but they're going through some personal stuff or going through some healing, releasing some trauma. Something needs to be released that's going to help this relationship out. Now, I do feel though, on your side, it's like you're needing your friends and you're needing that support group. It may be because this person needs a timeout, or whatever they're going through is some pretty heavy stuff. It's safe for you to love. Open your heart to give and receive the highest love of all. Let go of control issues. Allow this situation to unfold naturally. Attraction. You attract romantic love by enjoying this moment fully and forgiving and learning here, which is as you release and heal the past, you experience more love in your present moments. For some of you, your person is in the midst of releasing an old relationship, but this release your ex is not necessarily about your ex partnership, although it might be damage that was done or kind of insecurities left behind from, or trust issues, trauma from a past relationship. But this is also just situations from the past. This may also be past within your own relationship if it's been something long standing. If there's trust issues there, this is really forgiving and learning. And I think it's really important, especially if there's trust issues between the two of you, that this is openly discussed, and that when one or both of you come to the other with an I want to say interrogation, but it's not interrogation. When you come to each other with something to discuss, or a worry, or anything like that, we want to make sure we're not invalidating the other person's feelings, that we're realizing as well, what I heard is a trauma-informed perspective, especially if we know somebody may be coming to us, and it's not that they're accusing us of being unfaithful, but in their trauma brain, if someone has treated them like crap before, gaslight them, or been unfaithful, this may be something that they're having a lot of trouble trusting, and they just need to kind of have your reassurance. So for some of you as well, like it might be that if you do have a friend that is of the opposite sex or something like that, or of the same sex, depending on how you identify, if your partner is a little bit insecure in themselves, or if they're getting red flags, they need to be comfortable enough to talk to you about, hey, is there something going on? And I feel like this is really important, where you are showing them, yes, you are trustworthy, that's not you. Because I really don't feel like you're being unfaithful in the situation, but I do feel like whatever your partner is leaving behind, they know they're safe to love you, but there's in the back of their mind, again, I'm hearing this trauma-informed thing, in the back of their mind, there is a little bit of worry, there is a bit of doubt, and it actually doesn't have anything to do with you. It's just whatever past that they're releasing. So it's going to be really important for your partner, and again, this could be both of you, but I do feel like this is partner related, that we are learning from the past, and that we're releasing and healing these things that have happened, because unless that is released, we're going to keep experiencing the same things. Now, your partner may be really, really triggered as well. Letting go of control could be also kind of difficult for somebody who's been through traumatic events, or been through untrusting relationships, because this control thing is a protection mechanism. But this person is your soulmate for sure. Or they feel like you are their soulmate. I do strongly feel like this soul connection, this is something that's once in a lifetime, and this is something that you are meant to come together to bring healing to each other. So there may be kind of, where I heard is it flip-flops. Right now they're going through something and they need to heal, and it may be that as they're healing this, like you're going through a lot of healing as well, or once they heal, it's your turn. But the two of you coming together is where it's at, is what I heard. So it is safe for you to love, open our heart to give and receive the highest energy of all. And this again is where I feel like if they're coming to you with something, don't be defensive. For some of you, I think that if someone is asking or questioning, because again they've been through it in their world, or they're just curious, if we come off with defensiveness, this makes us look guilty as well. Like it makes it harder for the other person to trust, because there's not an open line of communication, as well as when they're asking questions, they're met with hostility, right? Not an openness. So take that for what it is, but I do definitely feel like with attraction here, this person is really learning they have to release what's happened in the past because it's not now. And right now, how do we get the best out of our life? By living each moment to the fullest, by enjoying our worlds to the fullest. And I think that for some of you, it's going to be something new. So let me get some shared energy, please. What is the shared energy of this connection? Thank you. They want me to show you the bottom, which is passion. Allow your heart and soul to sing with joy. Both of you guys bring each other immense passion and immense joy. And we have wedding here. This situation involves marriage. This could be your long-term partner, your husband, your wife. And you also have getting to know of each other, getting to know of each other. As you reveal your innermost selves to each other, your bond deepens. And this is where I was saying again, like if your partner's coming to you, your husband, your wife, like trauma and post-traumatic stress, these kinds of things, there's a reason why, when they come up, they need to be healed, they need to be discussed, because this is stuff that can really plague us. And if you are going through that, or if you have someone who's going through a lot of kind of PTSD, even relationships, or if somebody has been in a narcissistic relationship, this can give you PTSD as well and give you some serious trust issues. So I feel like just to remember throughout this that as they come to you or as you go to them, whatever's happening in your world, that we greet each other with grace, we greet each other with strength, and we greet each other with love and respect, because as this happens, it is going to deepen your bond. And I feel like as well, if one or both of you come to the other and have something you need to discuss, if again we're met with hostility, rage, or just sort of like back up against the wall or shut down, because some of us, I feel like there could be some kind of trauma responses in here as well, is that if something comes to you that's difficult, there could be a shutdown response or the cold shoulder, the silent treatment, things like this. This is only going to push it farther apart. And this is where I heard like we need to swallow our pride, we need to kind of sit with ourselves and say, okay, you know what, while it upsets me that you're questioning my loyalty, I do understand where this is coming from, and having an open and honest discussion about it. Now, I do think as well with let your friends help, this showing up, this could even be, you're asking your friends to stand up for you at a wedding. You're asking your friends, I feel like for some of you, this is to be more involved in both of your lives. So making sure that the friends that you have, it's absolutely awesome to have friends on your own and separate, but then making sure that there are friends and people that you have together. So I'm going to bring a message here. This is the Lion Strider Tarot. And let's get some clarification for Aquarius, please. What is some tarot wisdom in this relationship? And you have the Page of Cups. Offering your heart. Offering the love. They want to tell me, too, that it is leaving this darkness behind. There's something they're also saying about a shadow of confusion, that we want to make sure that as we're moving forward with love, we're putting our best foot forward, we're continuing on in the light, we're choosing not to bring darkness into this, and as well as this, I feel like it strongly resonates for both, that we're leaving the past in the past. This relationship, especially if it's been long term, we've been through some trials and tribulations. This is what life is all about. And I want to say as well, I'm hearing like marriage is work, right? Relationships are work. They're not always going to be perfect all the time. And it's not like your honeymoon stage or where you first get together where everything is just beautiful all the time. People go through growing pains, and what's important here is that there's a growth together, not a growth apart. And that really does show me here as well. There's sticks in front of her, or she's holding on to sticks. She's holding a cup, and there's actually koi here. That this actually is growing together and flowing through the emotions, allowing what comes and goes to go. But if there is negativity, not holding on to it and not holding on to grudges. And you tell me more of this Page of Cups, please. You get the Death card, which I don't think is a negative thing. I think this is about transformation. Now, for some of you, not all of you, being optimistic about your love life and letting your friends help you is because you could have potentially been through a breakup. You could have been through an ending of something, or a withdrawal is what I heard of a relationship, and you are looking for some answers or looking for some comfort as you transition through this. And it's really important, what I heard to remember as well, is that it's awesome to love our friends. Our friends are there for us. They are special in our world as well. Whether it's romantically or not, it's absolutely okay to love your friends. And I think that this is where what I heard is you may have had in the past some jealousy about this. There is a difference though between, I don't know if any of you guys watch 1,000 Pound Friends. It's on TLC, but I was watching the other day, and these two friends live with each other. The one is engaged and lives in the basement with her partner, and the other ones, they have like 3 or 4 kids, and having this friend over all the time, getting in between everything, is causing havoc in their relationship. So it's going to be important that we maintain balance. That yes, while we have our friends, this is really important. As we're committing ourselves to someone else, this is also meaning that, well, sometimes our friends may be looking for us a little too much. So, for example, if your friend is kind of cutting in between the time that it should be between you and your partner, and you're aware of this, you may need to talk to your partner as well, or your partner and your friend, and say, listen, like, I really enjoy our time together, but this time is for my partner, okay? So, this transformation, please, Spirit, tell me about the Death card. Thank you. So, we have the Hangman and the Nine of Cups. This is a decision being made. What I also heard is to accept responsibility, but to go after what we want, and to see that what we have in our world is fulfilling right here. That we're not looking anywhere else for... I also heard something about past glory. We're not holding on to past relationships or past experiences. That we're choosing also, what I heard is to make the best of the relationship that we have, and choosing our fulfillment. Now, if you've walked away from someone, as I said that, you have the Four of Swords here that's in the reverse. For some of you, I feel like you may regret that decision a little bit. For others of you, if you have walked away from someone, it's for your own benefit. It's healing your heart. It's bringing more love into your life. And I think you've thought a lot about it, though. And if the relationship has gone stagnant, or if there is a difference as well between somebody coming to you once in a while saying, hey, I got trust issues. But if somebody is constantly coming to us with these trust issues, and we've done everything we can possibly do to alleviate their concerns, some of us, this is mental abuse, because we're constantly being accused of cheating, or constantly being abused, constantly being accused of stepping out of the relationship. So I think that for some of you, the decision, if you've walked away, to end this, or end another situation because of this, it has caused you some heartache, it has caused you some grief, and potentially some sleepless nights. And this is where I feel like, with the Four of Swords being about rest, right, this beautiful lion, I feel like this is where, if it is you're having trouble, talk to your friends, as well as what I heard is a therapist, as well as it could even be like a relationship kind of counselor. So tell me about this Four of Swords. What's going on with the Four of Swords? The Four of Swords has the High Priestess and the Queen of Pentacles here. I feel like it's because you know what you need to do to be at your highest good. You can connect and feel your intuition out. And you know what it is that, what I heard is like, that makes you feel grounded, that makes you feel stable. You know that you're worthy, and you're a very, very strong person. I think that it's just whatever has happened, there's been so much, so fast, that sometimes it may have wore you down. So we're going to flip this over and call this upright. That just, it may be that you need to rest, okay? Because even the bravest of lions, if they don't have the rest, they're not going to be able to roar, or they may be roaring at things that aren't worthy of their attention. Okay, so for the love and soulmate, that was really quick, or the soulmate, we have the Knight of Cups here in the reverse. I'm going to flip it over to show you. He's riding a fish, so it could be Pisces as well. We have the Knight of Wands here. Very, very phallic, very, very passionate. Two knights, though. This person's coming towards you with passion and with a lot of love. And the Six of Wands here in the reverse. Now, I do feel like this person, again, like it's either your partner that you've had with a long time, or somebody from the past who's looking to start things up again. Tell me about the Six of Wands, please, because it's in the reverse. I feel like something is, even though they're coming towards you, something's blocking this, what they perceive as success. Now, what comes out is the Seven of Swords, or not Seven of Swords, Seven of Swords. And this speaks to me of what I heard was lies and confusion. This could be within past relationships. Like I said, they've been gaslit, where they know for sure, hey, you know, something's happened, and then someone else says, I didn't do that, but I just watched you do it, right? Or something I heard, and this is maybe very, very specific, but was talking about, like, if you saw your partner downtown and they were kissing someone, and you've seen this, and then when you go to talk to them about it, like, that wasn't me, I wasn't kissing anyone. This is going to cause a lot of stress because, well, we know what we saw. But then there's this questioning, too, of maybe it wasn't them. But it was them. You're wearing the same shirt you were. And then I think there's a lot of trouble here, too, because it really questions in their mind, like, how can I trust this person? And as well as, how long has this been happening? I feel like this could even be self-doubt, because they have had someone in the past who have planted those seeds of doubt. So this person, I do feel like they may be a little bit impulsive, and I also heard a little bit erratic, because they want to come in. They want to come in fast, they want to come in heavy, they want to come in loving, but then they also have a lot of confusion. I feel like on, says here, right, it's safe to love, but what I heard is on what love is and what love is not, and as well as what I heard is they need to release some trauma bonds. So I want to get a little bit more information on the Six of Wands. Is the Queen of Wands. They need to come into their prowess. I think this person, especially with the Knight of Wands and the Knight of Cups, they are a very passionate person. They could be a very, very sexual person, and they're very, very able in their magic. They're very creative. This person could do a lot of different things. They could do a lot of crafting. They could do a lot of witchy kind of crafting. This is an energy I also heard of is beware, though, because this person is in touch with their intuition, and that's not a bad thing. It's a really great thing. What I'm feeling, though, is I'm being drawn to the cat. Now, this black cat, being black has nothing to do with it, but I do feel like this cat, it's her familiar and it's her protector. So there's yellow all around this too. This queen is very, very confident. However, when this queen could be scorned, what I heard is watch out, world, because all hell could break loose. So I feel like as well, this is you learning how to deal with this passion. And again, if this situation is where this person constantly kind of needs reminders that you're not the past, it's wearing a little bit heavily on you. So let's get the shared energy, please, Spirit. What's the shared energy? Okay, so these didn't show themselves, and these two cards did. We have the Chariot here, could be Cancer, but we're moving on. And we have the Nine of Pentacles in the reverse. Now, the Nine of Pentacles in the upright speaks about wish fulfillment, having everything that you need, being very, very abundant. So we have the Seven of Pentacles here, waiting for the time is right. The Knight of Pentacles in the reverse, the Page of Wands in the reverse, the Sun in the reverse, the Four of Cups in the reverse, Justice in the reverse, Five of Swords in the reverse, and the Two of Wands in the upright. If things are not moving forward right now, if things don't look like you want them to right now, it's about patience and divine timing. It's about making sure that things are ripe. So I feel like they're giving me an example. Like if you're with someone and you've been with them for a while, but you don't live together, right? And this person is constantly questioning your loyalty to them, or questioning your faith in the relationship, questioning your feelings. There is a point where, like I said, it's wearing you out because you've talked and talked and talked this through. You've done everything you can do to help alleviate their concerns. And if they're coming at you, and I almost want to say accusing you of something, this is where Spirit's like, bide your time. Because while you may have very strong feelings for each other, and this definitely is a soulmate, this is somebody who has meant in your world, sometimes soulmates aren't meant to be here forever. They're meant to teach us some pretty big lessons and some soul lessons. And for some of you, what I heard in this is soul crushing, because you have what you need. I feel like what happens is, in this situation, is every time you feel happy, every time you feel secure, every time you feel like there's success in this relationship, it might be again internal on this side, but something happens where they start questioning loyalty, or why is it so good, what's going on behind the back, and they're coming at you love bombing. They're coming at very passionate, whether it's very sexual, whether it's kind of like yelling, whether it's angry. Like there's a lot of things, because this Queen of Wands, as she's angry, kind of like the Knight of Wands, there's a strike first, ask questions later kind of information. And I mean, there's a lot of background noise here, right, with the Seven of Swords, and it's about choosing what we're listening to, choosing who we're listening to. Much like on your end, we've got to be careful who we're telling our stuff to, because some people either want this relationship to dissolve because they want you, or they're just jealous and they don't want to see you happy, or, you know, you may have people who don't like your partner and they're already have a skewed opinion, right? They're already biased. So it is making sure that whoever you're confiding in, you're making sure that they're the right people to do this for. So there's a decision being made, and it's something that's, time is of the essence, but it's also because things are moving on. This Nine of Pentacles being blocked, though, this could even be wealth, that there's not enough coin right now for it. It could be as well, though, there's something more. So I'm going to flip these around. Somebody with this Five of Swords is going through a lot of changes in their mental space, a lot of unstableness here. Justice with the Four of Cups, the Sun being a very positive card, the Page of Wands wanting to move forward, and the Page of Pentacles wanting to move forward to something stable, or sorry, Knight of Pentacles. This to me does speak of somebody wanting to bring an end to feelings of suffering or feeling like they don't have enough. And I definitely think as well that over on this partner side, and it could be yours, either this constant questioning of the validity of the relationship, constantly questioning of the faithfulness of the relationship, no matter how much love there is in the time, every time this happens, that makes both of you or one of you feel sad. So I think some justice needs to happen. I do also feel like, even though the soul connection side is, I heard, justified in having concerns, there is also the point of making sure they're not vilifying you every time they have these concerns, because again, you're not that partner. So with the Page of Wands, with the Knight of Pentacles, I do feel like there's a desire to move forward into something grounded and stable, but I don't know if that is now. The Sun card here as well, it's a beautiful card with justice. It comes. But I also heard at what expense, okay? So I am going to get a little clarification with the Psychic Tarot Oracle. And right now I'm only going to do the shared energy, Spirit. Thank you. You have temptation here in the reverse. So that's the Devil in the reverse. And this is fears, right? This is fears, anxiety, stresses. This fell on your pile with transformation. Now, there also could be where, if this relationship's been a long time, that in the past, there may have been some unfaithfulness. There may have been some things that have this person justified in questioning what's going on. But in order for this relationship to work, both people need to accept responsibility. Now, it's not saying that if one person was unfaithful that the other person's at fault, but to see what led up to that and making sure that we're changing those situations or changing those things. And this isn't like, I heard like once a cheater, always a cheater. It's not that, because it feels like if there has been kind of like disloyalty in the relationship, it's been situational, not necessarily something that is habitual. With this temptation in the reverse as well, this is a lot of things, because this could be a friend on their side too, always trying to pick at things. But this is letting go of the fears, the worries, the past, addictions, codependency. Can you tell me a little bit more about this temptation in the reverse for the shared part of the partnership? Transformation on both ends is important as well. And I almost feel like on your end, guys, to stay optimistic about your love life, it may be not this partnership. It may be this partnership as well, though, but it may be that, not everything's going to be like this. So you have heart chakra here, which is heart healing. And I think this temptation here with this devil energy is saying, hey, we want to get out of always that glass half empty look at things. This needs to be where we're coming from our heart. For some of you, may want to do a little heart cleansing Reiki. Passion is ignited. There is conflict and defeat here. This also is, I feel like, there's green in the heart. Making sure that there's no lack of passion in this relationship, right? This relationship is very passionate. But it's making sure that we're not just using this passion for conflict. And it's not just, I got it in the Sagittarius reading, but not just fighting and fucking, right? Basically is what I heard, the 2 F's there. This is also that having sex is not a way to stop an argument necessarily, not a way to cure anything by any means, because it's just going to delay it. Where yes, this happened and yeah, we were intimate and I feel close and I feel connected, but then the brain starts thinking, right, well, they didn't actually answer my questions, they didn't actually make me feel better, they just stopped it and moved on to this. So I'm going to pull now, before I let you go, a Whispers of Love Oracle. It's for some advice moving forward in this relationship, please. Spirit, what's the advice you have moving forward? For Aquarius, please. Here, like, take the top. Practice compassion. See things from a different perspective, right? For the soul connection, listen to your heart. You are listening to what is being said to you, but you need to listen with a loving heart. And they need to listen to a loving heart regarding you, regarding themselves, and regarding the past. And on top of it, it is both of you demonstrating love. Find out what is important to the people around you and act on it. Absolutely. Because I feel like as well, that's going to stop a lot of the worry here as well and help things move forward into a much more stable footing if both people are looking at love languages and what makes the other person happy, and they're demonstrating those. So the bottom of the deck is receive with love and appreciation. Receiving something lovingly from others is a way of showing love as well. So not only are we demonstrating, but we're also receiving gracefully and gratefully as well. So that if someone does something for us, or if we do something for them, there is this equal give and take within the partnership where no one's feeling excluded, no one's feeling left out, and no one's feeling used. So that's the message I have. I hope it resonated. If it did and you'd like to see more, like I said, hit subscribe, share it with someone if you feel like this resonates for them. Hit the like button. I truly appreciate it, and I love you all, and I will talk to you later. Mwah. Bye, guys.